What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Miles of Horror Sunday Spookies 700 subscriber edition. Kind of crazy to me. I know it seems probably like 700 is like a random arbitrary number, but it's a big deal to me, man. It's a big deal. 700 is kind of a big milestone. So I wanted to do a giveaway. That's kind of the main purpose of today. I have something fun I'm gonna give away to you guys. This is giveaway number one. So I think I'm gonna do like three parts. That sounds about right for the giveaway. One today, probably one middle of the week, maybe one next weekend. But yeah, just as a little thank you guys for all the love and getting me to 700 subscribers. I appreciate it so much. Thank you endlessly. From here on Instagram, it means a lot, like, to have people, like, watch me just speak and talk about what I love so much, and, on over on Instagram, I've got a pretty big page, got, like, almost 6,500 followers over there, and, I know a lot of you guys come from there to over here, so, it just means the world, and so I wanted to give back a little bit with a, giveaway. So, again, I got a giveaway going on today. I'm gonna reveal that at the end of today's live stream, and the way you can get to win today's giveaway, rather, is to like this video. You have to be subscribing to me, and you got to drop a comment below. Okay. And at the end of the week, I'm going to pick a comment that I thought was great. And that is going to be the giveaway winner. So you got to comment below, you got to like this video, and you need to be a subscriber to me. But again, I'm going to reveal what it is I'm giving away at the end of this live stream. And I'm doing three giveaways. So one today, one most likely middle of the week, and one probably next weekend as a thank you for 700 subs. So I appreciate y'all. I definitely have two pieces of physical media, and then I might do a poster. So we'll see. Let's see what happens. But anyway, welcome, guys, to Sunday Spookies. And if you are new to my page, I do this pretty much every Sunday, just kind of a rundown of the week, what I watched this week, what I picked up, any physical media news, anything that's kind of sparking my interest that I want to talk about. And I got a pretty interesting lineup of things for today. Let me start off with a little some of my watches and pickups this week, because it's just, we have a snowstorm here over in New York City. It's coming down really hard. I'm looking at my window. We probably have about 6 inches at this point. And I already got word that I have a remote day at work tomorrow, so I will have some time tomorrow as well. But yeah, we are snowed in. I'm super cozy. I've got my slippers on. I've got my my hoodie on. I do have an iced coffee, which that's not as warm and cozy as you'd expect. But I'm hanging, man. I'm watching movies. I'm just chilling. And so yesterday I ended up watching like almost 5 movies in one day, which has to be some kind of record. But I watched a decent amount this week overall. And I picked up some things this week. But I also want to just share real quick story time. I had 3 packages stolen this week, and I'm really pissed about it. I live over in Astoria, Queens, and I had 3 things stolen. Okay, so first I had my limited edition 88 films, The Cat. I picked it up on eBay, and I wanted that thing so badly, and it got stolen right off my porch. It was an absolute nightmare. I went to the post office. They gave me the runaround. So I'm really pissed about that. So I don't even know what I'm going to do. I don't want to spend the $60 on another limited edition. I probably just gonna get the standard at this point, because I'm just so pissed about it. So if anybody has the Cat limited edition from 88 Films they want to kind of help me out with, definitely hit me up. My Visual Vengeance stuff from Amazon. They're two brand new titles. Ozone, Attack the Mutant Farmers, and Violent New Breed, which I so fucking excited for. Todd Sheets got swiped right off my doorstep. So I immediately ordered 2 brand new ones, got them shipped out to my folks' house over in Rockland so that they don't get stolen again. But I'm just so pissed because it's like I feel violated. And then lastly, one of my Barnes & Noble pickups, the One Missed Call trilogy from Arrow Video, that got swiped as well. I'm just so pissed. So I don't know what I'm going to do as far as the other ones are concerned, The Cat and One Missed Call. I did pick up Ozone and Violent New Breed immediately again. But yeah, just quick story time before I get started, because I was pissed about that, man. Really pissed. So if anybody has any of those that they want to kind of like help me out with, definitely hit me up. and we'll get something done. But let's get into this week, man. My watches, my pickups, and if you're just popping in, 700 sub giveaway. I'm gonna do it at the end of the video. I'm doing 3 giveaways this week. Today is the first one. Midweek's gonna be the second one, and then next week will be the third. So, all right, let's get into it. So I rewatched this week. This is a rewatch. I did a short on it earlier. Also, I hope you guys are digging the shorts. I've been enjoying the shorts a lot. I rewatched this week Demon Warp. Okay, because we're getting a Vinegar Syndrome 4K UHD on this February 1st. It's going to drop. I love this movie. Okay, it is not an award-winning movie, but if you like camp and you like creature features, and it's so much fun, man. I love Demon Warp. Great time. I cannot wait to see what Vinegar Syndrome does with it. So this was a rewatch for me, and I watched it on VHS, and I cannot wait to watch the 4K, see what Vinegar Syndrome does with it, see what the extras are on there. Okay, next. I watched yesterday. I had a whole shit ton of things that I watched because I was home all day, and I just kind of bunkered down. I knew the snow was coming. So I watched the Violent Shit Collection. Yes, that's right. The Violent Shit Collection over from Synapse Films. It's a DVD. These are German exploitation films. I watched the first 3 in this kind of like box set. Okay, there's 4 violent shit movies and then a bonus movie called Zombie 90 Extreme Pestilence. I watched the first 3, Violent Shit 2, Mother Hold My Hand, and Violent Shit 3, Infantry of Doom. And I got to tell you, I had a blast with these. They are really bad movies. Okay, I'll start off with that. But I had a really good time with them. It's like, if you like, kind of Brian Pollan films, At Dawn They Sleep, Bone Sickness, you'll like these because the practical effects are fantastic. It's just like gore upon gore and death upon death on repeat for like 90 minutes, but great practical effects. I mean, the narratives and the plot are so stupid and bad, but you get like insane practical effects. There's one scene in particular that I'm thinking of where a guy, I'm not even going to tell you. It's a good time. If you like exploitation films and great practical effects, and you're into like, Brian Pollan kind of vibes, definitely check this out. I picked this up during the MVD sale for like, I don't know, like I want to say like $20. This thing doesn't really go on sale often, and you got 5 movies in here, so it's a pretty sweet pickup. But I watched 3 of these yesterday, and they got better as they went. Like the first one was the worst, second one was great, third one was even better. So yeah, Violent Shit Collection, German exploitation films. Next, so the next movie I tried to watch and couldn't. So let me know if you guys have seen this. And I picked up the DVD not long ago from Amazon. I got a good deal on it, and I'd never seen it. It stars Amy Jo Johnson. It's a 90s vampire flick called Cold Hearts. Have you guys ever seen this one? Cold Hearts, again, starring Amy Jo Johnson, the Pink Ranger herself, another Synapse DVD. And I'm kind of pissed because I tried this and I tried to watch it and it wouldn't work. It like skipped and it like froze. And so I let it sit for a bit. Then I tried it on my PS5. Then I tried it in my all region player and I couldn't get it to work. So if anybody's seen this, let me know. It sounded pretty awesome when I first started it. There was great score, great vibe. And again, Amy Jo Johnson stars, and I really wanted to watch it, but I just couldn't. So I ordered another copy from Amazon. Hopefully, when that comes, I can return this one. But yeah, so I tried to watch this one, Cold Hearts, Eternity Bites, but I couldn't end up being able to. So next, I watched this yesterday, and this is coming from 88 Films. You guys know I've been crushing on them pretty hard. And that is Holy Virgin versus the Evil Dead. Now, I did a short where I got this in the mail. Look at that slipcover, man. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. 88 Films doing big stuff, guys. So this is a fun one. See, it's a standard Blu Ray. It's a category 3 film, a lot of nudity, a lot of practical effects type gore, a lot of really cool visuals with like electronics and stuff. I enjoyed this one. Also, look at the back on this, man. Look at that artwork. I enjoyed this one a lot. It was cool. Again, it's category 3. And so did it blow me away? No. but I really enjoyed it. It was fun. And what's really cool about this release is that 88 Films states right at the start of this movie that there was, you can watch either the Category 3 version or the Category 2 theatrical release. And the Category 3 version had 10 additional minutes of footage that are actually not HD quality because the elements were so poor on the on the restoration process. They couldn't restore those elements properly. So you actually see there's a dip in quality as you watch when it goes back to like the Category 3 stuff. So I thought that was pretty interesting, and I hats off to 88 Films for giving us the Category 3 cut. I thought that was really, really cool to get that. But I enjoyed this one, man. Basically the moon demon comes down and has to like mate with virgins to unleash an unlimited ultimate power, and a kind of a group of police try and stop this, and it goes in all kinds of crazy directions, but a lot of cool effects. And yeah, I was happy to add this one to my collection. Holy Virgin versus the Evil Dead. Now I think the slipcover on this one is actually out of print. I got this on eBay for a pretty solid price, probably about MSRP. So that was that. All right, next up. Next one was a DNF for me. I did not finish this movie. I started it early in the morning on like Tuesday maybe or Wednesday, and I just couldn't get it through it that day. It just was not very good. I do think I'm gonna finish it at some point, maybe today, but it was just really bad. And it's an SRS movie. It's called The Maker of Monsters. Um, so yeah, it was not great. Basically, this husband and wife, this guy's wife passed away. He kind of remarries, and he's out to lunch one day, and he sees this woman who like reminds him of his wife, and his wife who passed away, and he starts like sending her flowers and stuff, and you don't really know what's going on, but he's kind of like an evil scientist kind of vibe, and it was really not good. And I think I'm gonna finish it at some point, but I DNF'd this. I could not finish it when I started it. I had to go to work, and I was like, you know what, whatever. All right, next up, I watched the Stendhal Syndrome from Vinegar Syndrome. Now, I gotta say, like, truly, people are hating on these kind of forgotten Argento films, The Card Player, Stendhal Syndrome. I haven't seen any of these, but and I'm not going to speak on Card Player. I haven't watched yet, or some of the other Argento flicks that Vinegar Syndrome has put out. But let me tell you something. Stendhal Syndrome, I know it gets a little heat for some of the CGI that's in it. The CGI is so minimal. It's such a like small part of this movie, and no, it doesn't help the movie out. But Stendhal Syndrome was fucking awesome. I love this film. Asia Argento is fantastic in this film. Okay, she's a fantastic in anything. She's just so captivating. She has such a unique look that it just like it just I think anytime she's in something, I'm more inclined to enjoy it because I think she's such a fantastic actress. So yeah, Stendhal Syndrome. This is a Dario Argento film. I want to say this is like early 2000s. I don't know exactly, but yo, this movie was awesome, man. This movie was really, really good, really, really fun. And it's a classic giallo, like it really is. And I really enjoyed it, but it's got some supernatural elements which I enjoyed. I'm not as big of a fan of the strict giallo, like the strict slasher giallo. This one had a little bit more supernatural elements, which I loved. It's exactly why Phenomena is my favorite giallo of all time because it's got those supernatural elements. But yeah, Stendhal Syndrome, man. There's a 4K from Vinegar Syndrome. It was awesome, man. I liked it to the point where like I think I'm gonna read the book. Also, take a look at the artwork on here. You got Asia Argento, kind of plays like two characters in a sense, because she puts on a wig to hide from like a murderer, and you kind of see like two different sides of her in this movie. So I think I'm gonna read the book on this one, man. I really am. And while it's fresh in my mind, because I just watched this yesterday. So yeah, that's Stendhal Syndrome. Let me just say what up to the chat real quick. Hey, Dark Room Reviews, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, hard work pays off. I'm all about that life, man. So appreciate you hanging out. Appreciate you always being around and supporting the channel. 700 subs. If you're just popping in, I'm going to be doing a giveaway at the end of the live stream today. And this is going to be giveaway number 1. I'm going to be doing 3 giveaways throughout the week. Today I've got an out of print DVD that I'm going to give away. Actually, for whatever reason, I've ended up with 3 copies in my collection over the years from different collections I've picked up. And so I'm gonna give it away. You don't want to miss it. So at the end of today's live stream, be ready for that. And like I said, I'm gonna be doing 2 other giveaways throughout the stream. In order to win, you have to do 2 things, 3 things. I'm sorry. You gotta like this video, you gotta subscribe to my channel, and you gotta drop a comment down below. And the winning comment um will get the today's out of print DVD. Okay. All right, let's keep going here with some of my watches and pickups of the week. All right, next, I watched a movie called The Shroud. This one was okay. This is another SRS film about kind of a witch who gets murdered, but she owns this like burial shroud kind of like witch box, and she gets resurrected and comes back to find her shroud, they call it, which is like this kind of evil box, kind of like the Hellraiser box. And she finally gets control of it again and takes vengeance on the people that killed her. And it's a cool movie, man. I thought The Shroud was fun. This one came from SRS Cinema. So this one came out in 2022. Good vibes. I enjoyed this one. So we got 5 people in the chat. What up, everybody? If you're just popping in again on the giveaway, I'm doing 3 giveaways this week. Today's going to be an out of print DVD, and I'm going to do it at the end of the live stream. You got to like this video, you got to subscribe to my channel, and you got to drop a comment down below. And I'm going to pick my favorite comment, and that's who will win. But all right, let's keep going here. I don't remember if I mentioned this last week or not, but I did rewatch all of the Gyra's Guts trilogy. This coming from 88 Films as well. These are the Entrails trilogy. I upgraded the DVDs to Blu-rays. This is a fantastic set, man. I have the DVDs of the first 2 on the Synapse Extreme Horror Collection, the Asian Cult Cinema Extreme Horror Collection. And so I have the first 2 on DVD. So the third was a new watch for me. I don't remember if this was last week or not. So if I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry. But I upgraded these and I got the Gyra's Guts trilogy. So I think that might have been last week. So sorry for the repost. All right. Some more. So let's get into some pickups of the week. I did watch a couple other things, but let's get into some pickups. So I picked up Dark Water from Arrow Video, Hideo Nakata's Japanese cinema movie, Dark Water. If anyone knows anything about this one, it looked fun to me. I've been big on the Asian cinema lately. I picked up Spawn 4K, also coming from Arrow Video. This is kind of like a no-brainer for me because I loved Spawn growing up. The artwork on this is banging, and yeah, I mean, I love this movie. I watched this all the time as a kid. My dad wrote comic books growing up. He has his own label, Andromeda Comics. So I was always into, comics. I really loved Evil Ernie when I was a kid. So yeah, Spawn was kind of a no-brainer for me. Just waiting for the right time. Got that 4K UHD from Arrow. And this bunch is from the Arrow Video Barnes and Noble sale. Everything was 50% off. I picked up the J Horror Rising set, also from Arrow Video. I really want to see Narai the Curse. I was a little standard edition. I kind of wanted the booklet on this one to learn more about Narai, but this thing's been getting mixed reviews. People are really excited that Narai the Curse got a Blu-ray, but they said that the other films weren't too great. But either way, I'm psyched to add it. I'm all about the Asian cinema right now. Peep, Spawn amazing soundtrack. You know what's so funny is I remember it having a good soundtrack, but I can't piece it together in my mind right now. Like, what were some of the songs on it? Like, remind me, because I just can't. It's not coming to me right now. But I do remember that it didn't, like, the Smashing Pumpkins have a song on it, if I'm not mistaken. I could totally be wrong, but I do remember liking the soundtrack, but I don't remember what's on it. Okay, next up, also Arrow Video, Evil Dead Rise. Now, I got a couple comments on my short this week. People told me that I'm not a fan of Evil Dead 2013. I thought it sucked ass. I hated it. I thought it had no heart and no soul. It was a rehash of the original that was just worse. Like, there was nothing new about it. There's nothing original about it other than the drug addict. Like, that was it. Everything else was like exactly the same, only worse. Why do people love that movie? And I'm gonna get shit for this. I just don't understand it. I really thought 2013 was a hot pile of garbage. I didn't like hate it. I can watch it and appreciate like it's a totally different kind of thing. It's gory and I appreciated the gore in it, but like, why do people love that movie? I don't understand. It's the same thing. It's just worse. Anyway, I loved Evil Dead Rise. I thought Evil Dead Rise was fantastic. I thought this one had so much heart, so much soul, so much character. This one to me felt like a fresh take on the franchise. Like the ending, I'm not going to spoil anything, but like it was awesome. Like it was such an inventive and fresh way to take this franchise rather than doing the same exact thing in 2013, only worse. Like I want someone to tell me why they thought 2013 was so good. I don't understand it. I just don't. I can't. And I generally do not hate. Like it's not really my vibe. But 2013, I hated. I remember seeing it and being like, what why did they even make this movie? It's the same thing, just worse. Um all right, so the Spawn soundtrack, there was Slayer and Atreyu, Teenage Riot. Nice. Um, I love those bands. A lot of collabs and No Remorse, I Wanna Die was a good one. So anyway, I picked up Evil Dead Rise, and again, I am a huge fan of this movie. I thought Evil Dead Rise awesome. So next, I picked up Ms. 45. This is something that I had never seen, but people kept telling me you got to check it out, you got to pick it up. It's kind of like action exploitation, rape revenge kind of vibe, and I'm very down with that. And you got this gorgeous Arrow edition with their like slip covers on the box set, which is kind of cool, I suppose. The one downside about doing things like this is that you don't get that original artwork on the box, which again, like the Turtles box set was awesome. I think that thing is incredible, but I wish we could have gotten the original artwork on the actual box instead of just the slipcover, but I digress. So I picked up Ms. 45. Really excited to check that one out. All right, next I picked up this is all from this week. I got a little store review with this one, but I picked up and you're gonna ask me like why didn't I have this in my collection already, being that I'm a Vinegar Syndrome subscriber. But I picked up Don't Panic. Okay, now again, I've been subscribing to Vinegar Syndrome for 7 years. Why don't I have this in my collection? I'm gonna tell you why. I was dating a girl who lived in Connecticut. Okay, many years ago, and I went to her apartment and I brought a whole bunch of movies with me, this being one of them. Not long after that, we broke up and I did not get it back. Okay. It was this with the original slip. It was the Alien Blu Ray collection, and it was Demon Knight, Bordello of Blood, and season 5 of Tales from the Crypt. I was there for a whole weekend, so we brought a whole bunch of movies to check it out to check out. And so I never got my season 5 Tales from the Crypt back. I never got my Bordello of Blood and Demon Knight Scream Factory slipcover editions back. I never got my Don't Panic back and my Alien complete collection Blu-ray back. I've since, re-added a lot of those to my collection, but yeah, I will not get those back, unfortunately. That was many years ago. So I picked, yeah. So Don't Panic was one that I had and I loved it, but I left it there and I never got it back. So I picked it up this week. It is the reissued slip, but I got it for like $15. So whatever. Yeah, so Pete, I started with DVD, right? Like I was born in '86, so I mean I started with VHS, but when I was collecting on my own, we had a lot of VHS in my house growing up, but I didn't start VHS till later in life. When I first started collecting movies, it was DVD. In late high school and into college, I had a huge DVD collection. And that's how I kinda how I collected for probably about 5 or 6 years, 7 years-ish, and then I kinda got out of it, but, I had a huge DVD collection, probably, like, 2 big Costco tubs of movies, mostly horror, and, but it was also, like I had a lot of comedy, a lot of Adam Sandler stuff, a lot of Will Ferrell stuff, Anchorman, a lot of great genre films. I had 7. I have most of those today. most of the same DVDs I had growing up. My original Halloween DVDs, my original Jeepers Creepers, Jennifer's Body, House of the Devil. Those are all things I had when I was like in high school. Um, my House of the Devil DVD I picked up when my Blockbuster was going out of business, and like I think it says like I don't know '06 or something, so a long long time ago. And that's how I watched that movie for 15 years until we got the Umbrella edition and then the second sight edition. So DVDs are kind of how I really started collecting, and it wasn't until later I got into VHS. Going back and picking up all the VHS that I wanted, and Blu-rays was like 2018 ish is when I started getting into Blu-rays and boutique labels and stuff. Um, so yeah. All right. Anyway, let's keep going. Um, Yeah, Pete, go give me a follow on Instagram, man. I mean, you don't even know what's back there. All of my shelves are double packed. So there's just so much there. I have a huge VHS collection, huge DVD collection. Um, Go give me a follow on Instagram. You can kind of check it out. I do a lot of posting on there. And I think you're gonna be surprised at just how much I actually have. It's a little out of control, but appreciate you hanging out, man. So I picked up Don't Panic. Next, I got a couple more from 88 Films that I picked up this week. I got The Peacock King. Okay, this is a Lam Na Choi film, a lot of body horror, transformative type stuff. Hearing great things about this. So yeah, Peacock King and Saga of the Phoenix. This is a double feature. This is the original and the sequel. I picked the limiteds directly from 88 Films, and I gotta tell you, I've been talking a lot about them lately. These things came within like a week and a half. 88 Films is a UK-based company. I know they have a US line as well, but their shipping was perfection. Like so well. It was fast, it was cheap. Shout out to 88 Films, man. So anyway, I'm really excited to check these out. Peacock King and Saga of the Phoenix. I got a couple more here from 88 Films. So this first one is a really famous movie that I saw when I was a kid. People ask me all the time about like, my horror life and everything, and I always give them my background when I started watching horror. My dad was a big horror fan. We had like Dawn of the Dead one sheets in our house growing up. He took me to Fangoria conventions and stuff, so I was always a big horror fan. But he made me watch The Story of Ricky when I was a kid. I was probably like 9 or 10 years old when I saw this movie. And so I wanted to pick it up on Blu-ray because I love this movie so much. So I picked up Story of Ricky. I picked up Pinocchio 964. You guys heard of this one from 88 Films? Looks wild. Pinocchio 964. And then my last pickup of the week is the Erotic Ghost. Can I show this? The Erotic Ghost Story Trilogy, also from 88 Films. Sweet box set. This is category 3 type stuff. Really excited to check this out. You see the 3 on the boxes there. So that is kind of this week's pickups, this week's watches. A lot of good stuff this week, man. I'm really excited to check out. Again, yesterday alone, I watched like 5 movies because I was snowed in. We got about 6 feet here, and we got 7 people in the chat. So what up? If you're just popping in, I'm gonna be getting to the giveaway in just a couple minutes. The way you can win the giveaway is the following. You have to be subscribing to me. Okay. You have to like this video and you got to drop a comment down below. Okay. I'm going to pick the comment I like the best, and that person will win the out of print DVD, which is today's giveaway, the out of print DVD. So I'm also going to be doing 3 different giveaways this week. One today. Okay, or at least I'm going to be revealing them this week. I'm probably going to let it sit for a couple days, let people see the video. But I'm going to reveal one today, one in the middle of the week, and then one next week. Probably 2 pieces of physical media and then a poster. So today is an out of print DVD that I happen to have 3 copies of because in my days of collecting, I just happen to have acquired 3 different copies. And I think I thought it'd be a good thing to give away. Long out of print, very hard to find. I think there was a Blu-ray at one point, but it's very, very rare out of print. And it's something everyone's hoping gets a reissue this year. And, there's all kinds of rumors that it's going to happen, but we're going to see. All right, so I got two other quick things I want to talk to you guys about, and then we'll get to the giveaway. The first being the Vomit Gore trilogy. Do you guys know anything about this? Because I just discovered it this week from a few different places, and I gotta tell you, man, like I did anybody know anything about this? The Vomit Gore trilogy. It's a Lucifer Valentine production. So let me give you guys the scoop, okay? And let me tell you the deal with this trilogy. Um, so it's called the Vomit Gore trilogy. Okay, now this thing is like super rare and super hard to find. And I first discovered it on, and it's low budget. I don't know if it's shot on video, but it's low budget. It was like an early 2000s movie. And so Dead Pit, the boys over at Dead Pit did a video on it the other day talking about the most expensive DVDs that you could possibly find. And it was a quick video, it was like 7 or 8 minutes, but, I watched it, and they went on eBay, and they tried to find the most expensive horror DVD they could find, and it was this Vomit Gore trilogy, and I had never heard of it, and it was kind of this rabbit hole that I went on trying to figure out what this thing is, because there's this whole, like, underground sewer, like, New York sleaze type vibe, like, underground detective, like, whole backstory behind this Vomit Gore trilogy and the director, Lucifer Valentine. And I didn't know any of this, but there's so much out there. There are YouTube videos and articles. And basically, it's a trilogy of movies, and they're kind of like snuff films, but it's about this girl's like descent into madness, about how she like had a bad kind of upbringing and resorts to like prostitution and drugs to kind of help herself, and then like eventually meets like a poor ending. I don't know, I haven't even seen the movie, but I did some research because I was like, oh, this looks interesting. I really like kind of like, exploitation and underground cult and dark cinema and all that. And it turns out that this thing is like this absolutely twisted universe. And the director, Lucifer Valentine, was like accused of exploiting these girls and like torturing them. Most notably, the main girl who starred in the first one, Slaughtered Vomit Dolls, which is what it's called. And he's accused of like like really exploiting them. And so I did all this research, and it's nuts. And the craziest thing about it is that the main actress in the first one was murdered in 20, like, I think, I don't know, 2020 maybe. And it brings this whole kind of like story to a crazy standstill. And it just, I thought it was fascinating. And I horrible, the director, everyone says, is a giant, piece of trash, and he should be arrested and all this stuff. But it's really interesting. And so I don't really know anything about it outside of what I've seen on YouTube and all this other stuff. And it's just pretty fascinating to me. So I want to get the movies, I want to get the trilogy, but again, like I had said, the DVD trilogy goes for crazy money on eBay, like $350. And it's a trilogy of movies. But there is an overseas company called Dark Lava that puts them out, or has put out the first two, and I'm like kind of considering getting them for pretty cheap. They're like 25 bucks, but the shipping price is pretty wild. But if you guys know anything more about the Vomit Gore trilogy, it's like on my radar of something I'm trying to get after the Dead Pit Boys put out that video. But I don't want to spend like an arm and a leg on it. So if you guys have any leads on that or have any other information, definitely hit me up. My first scary movie was Sleepaway Camp. I was like 7, maybe. I wet my bed. My older sister got in shit. LOL. That's pretty awesome though. That Sleepaway Camp was your first movie. I didn't see that till much later. Also, we got 7 people in the chat. If you're just popping in, what up? What up? I'm gonna be doing the giveaway in just a couple minutes, probably like right after this. But I'm doing an out of print DVD today. That is my giveaway. As a thank you to you guys for 700 subscribers. I appreciate it. And I'm gonna be doing 3 giveaways this week. All right. So today's an out of print DVD. I'm doing another physical media piece middle of the week. And then next weekend is gonna be the final part of the giveaway. It's probably gonna be a poster of some kind. But I appreciate you guys hanging out, all that good stuff. Thank you for getting me 700 subs. Go give me a follow over on Instagram if you don't already follow me there. And yeah, let's get into it. So in order to win the giveaway, let's get into it, man. Let's do the giveaway. So if you want to participate and you want to be if you want to win, you have to like this video. Okay, do 3 things. First, you got to like this video. Second, you got to be a subscriber to me, and third, you have to drop a comment below. Okay, at some point this week, I'm gonna pick the comment I like the most, and that person will win it. All right, so let's get into it. But Garrett, what up, man? Appreciate you popping in. Garrett over at Born to Be Rad is hanging out. Go give him a follow as well. Garrett's my favorite YouTuber, like by far, a million. So if you're still here, man, appreciate you popping in. Like, he inspires me every day, every day. I love his stuff. Go give him a follow if you don't already. He does like all kinds of out of print DVD stuff, out of print horror movies. His vibes are on point. I think you got it, man. I think you said like you're dropping a new video today, or it just dropped, right? Also, like more out of print stuff, I think. So big Are You Afraid of the Dark fan too, which I love and I appreciate. So he's dropping a video today. New Stuck on DVD video dropping today. So appreciate you hanging out, man. Go give him a follow. He does some awesome stuff on his channel. And so let's get into it, man. Let's do the giveaway. Besides Vinegar Syndrome, are there other yearly movie services? It's a great question. So if you're familiar with TerrorVision, TerrorVision does a subscription as well, but it's not like an annual thing. It's a per title thing. So you can pay, if there's a grandfathered in price, it just got upped, but you can pay, I think something like $350 at this point for 10 titles. And then there's like a next tier for 20 titles, and then a tier up for 30 titles. But TerrorVision would be another option there if you're looking for like a subscription type service. SRS used to do it as well back in the day. SRS Cinema, which I'm a big fan of. They stopped doing it, but rumor has it they might be bringing it back. SRS specialized in like underground and cult. They did the Gore trilogy. They've done a lot of like Donald Farmer stuff and Todd Sheet stuff. So yeah, all right, let's do the giveaway, man. I appreciate all you hanging out. Let me give you guys something fun here before I get started. What do I want to give you guys? Let's do
Sure hope you're from Keebler.
That he must become.
I am Troll Fighter #1.
I am Troll Fighter #1. So let's do it, man. Like I said, it's an out of print DVD that I'm giving away today. Somehow I had this thing. I have 3 different copies of this in my collection from over the years, just acquiring different collections. And people just, just through the grapevine and whatnot. So I'm giving away a DVD. Yeah, hell yeah. Ernest Scared Stupid. All day, baby. All day. A DVD copy of Dead Alive. Okay. So if you want this, it's yours. You just got to like this video. You have to subscribe to my channel, and you have to drop a comment below for a long out of print, man. DVD copy of Dead Alive. Like I said, I actually have 3 copies of this. I don't even understand how, but over the years, I've just acquired 3 different copies of this, and so I have 3. So I'm trying to share the wealth and get you guys a copy of this thing, long out of print. I think there was a Blu Ray. Garrett, maybe you can kind of clarify that one, but I think there was a Blu Ray on this at one point. But again, that's long out of print at this point. Rumors have been flowing, constantly about a 4K one of these years. Maybe we'll get it, maybe we won't. But this is your chance to own this movie on DVD. And drop a comment below, man. Like, subscribe, drop a comment below, and I'll pick a comment later this week, and that will be the winner. And like I said, I'm gonna be doing another giveaway midweek, and then another giveaway midweek, and then I think one final giveaway, giveaway number 3 next weekend, right back here on Sunday Spooky. So, yeah, that's what I got for you guys. A copy of Dead Alive. Also, go give me a follow on Instagram if you don't already. So yeah, the like Garrett said, man, the Blu-ray went out of print super quick. This thing goes for pretty decent money. So I wanted to show the love again. I have 3 copies of this. Don't ask me how or why. It's just, from collecting and different collections and all this stuff. So I'm sharing the wealth, and I want to get this copy out to you guys. And yeah, like Garrett's saying, man, this thing's hard to find. So like, subscribe, comment down below. And I appreciate you guys hanging out, man. We're 40 minutes in. I think we have 7. We had 7 why am I brain farting right now? We had 7 people in the chat at one point. So I appreciate you guys hanging out, man. And yeah, until midweek, I will catch y'all later. I got some fun videos dropping this week. Also, get ready, man. Demon Warp dropping next week from Vinegar Syndrome. Cannot wait for that. And thanks y'all for hanging out, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.